Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amber if you guys are new. In today's video, we're going to be going over my experience slash answering some questions that you guys have given me on Instagram about my breast augmentation that I got back in September. Like I mentioned, it's going to be my experience, so I'm going to go in the order of how everything happened, but also answer questions among those. I think the biggest one is, why did I decide to get my boobs done? Why did I decide on surgery? I did love myself before. You're going to be like, well, if you loved yourself before, you wouldn't have got your boobs done. Whatever. I was just tired of wearing push-up bras, not feeling comfortable in my own skin, and I found the perfect time, especially with COVID. There's not much going on. I've saved a lot of money coming up to this point, and I'm like, you know what? Let's get this done. I want to do it now. I'm not getting any younger. You only live once. So pretty much just to bring my confidence back and just boost it a little bit more. Of course, I love myself with or without the boobs. It's something that I wanted to do. It's hard to explain. Before surgery, my size was a 34B. My desired size was a full D. I definitely wanted it to fit my body, but I did want big boobs, but I didn't want something that was like uncomfortable or looked too extreme, but I did want big boobs in general. Who was my doctor? That's the next question I got. So Dr. Kim was my surgeon. He's board certified, went to Yale University, has many years of experience, and his work is phenomenal. It's kind of easy for me to pick a doctor. I already had my eyes on one specific doctor. I've actually done my mom's boobs and her rhinoplasty. I knew his work was great. We just had to figure out where the hell he was. I did some research online and figured out that he moved from Freehold, New Jersey as his location to Connecticut, and he also worked in New York in Bedford Hills. I'm gonna make a consultation. I talked to my mom about it and she said she would go with me. I made the consultation for August and I was so excited because I was like, this is really happening. Never felt more confident, even though I haven't met with him to discuss anything, but I'm like, we found him. Like, this is who I really want to do my boobs. At the time, I'll get into pricing of everything, but at the time they had a special going on with breast augmentations. They said if you booked your consultation in the month of August, you'd qualify for that discount at a later time if you were to go forward with the surgery. I jumped on that because I was like, discount, yes. We love a discount. So although I know his reputation, I definitely wanted to make sure that the consultation would seal the deal for everything and just make me more confident in my decision. Definitely with COVID, I know a lot of doctors are doing virtual consultations, which I'm not a fan of, but thankfully Balava Med Spa was doing a actual in-person consultation. So of course with COVID, when we got there, they had to take our temperature prior to going in. We had to wear masks, but it was still a comfortable environment. The staff there is super nice, and they called us back to his office and instantly he remembered my mom and I. The first thing that was a plus was he asked me why I was there and what did I want. I think that's very important because he actually listened and heard out my desires and my wishes for if I were to go with the surgery. And then of course afterwards he gave his medical professional advice. Also with that, he discussed his specialties, showed me before and after photos of some of his patients that he has worked on, schooled me a little bit on different placements of the implant, over the muscle, under the muscle, saline, silicone. I also love that too. Made me aware of what I already researched, but kind of hearing it from a professional made me feel like, okay, I did look up the right thing. So someone asked what my inspo photo was. I love Kim K and Kylie's look, so I'll put photos up here of my desired outcome. So I'm gonna disclose my height and my weight. So I am 5'7". I am 165 pounds. That fluctuates though. So I'm pretty tall and I am a little bit thicker, bigger bones. So I definitely, if I was going to do surgery, I wanted the size of the implants to fit my body, but also to be big, but to be comfortable to where I can still function in daily life. So after a consultation in the first room, he took me to a separate room where I undressed just from the top up. He took a look at my boobs prior, and at that point he measured out, I mean, he was just like just trying to measure the width of my chest from point A to point B. He had his assistant there writing these things down. I just felt confident that they knew what they were doing. They were serious. I didn't feel rushed. I didn't feel like I was put on the back burner. I was first, and I was definitely a huge big thumbs up for my experience just day one of the consultation. In the next room we were trying on silicone implants, so they actually give you the implant, you can feel it, and then they make you take your bra off and everything, but keep a shirt on, and you can actually see how, get an idea of how the implant will look and the size that you're going for. So they had me start off at 450 cc's and we went the whole way up to 550. Now they didn't have 600 in stock. I knew that 450 was way too small. It wouldn't really do anything. So the next question that people were asking me was placement of my implant, which implant I want and what size. So we decided during the consultation that we were going to do under the muscle. It gives more of a natural look to the breast, but it also feels natural. The con to under the muscle was a longer recovery, which I'm like, I'm not doing anything right now, so it's perfectly fine. So I did end up going with 595 high profile CC silicone breast implants. Probably like, holy crap, that's a huge, I think it totally depends on your build. And I made that clear with Dr. Kim that, hey, this is my size, this is my weight. What's going to look nice and big on me, but fit my body? Make that clear when you're consulting with your doctor. So when it comes to pricing, I did get a $500 discount because of the promotion that they had going on. I don't think they're having it anymore, but this was back in August when I made the consultation. I think in total spent around $6,500 US dollars for everything. It's 70% upfront, and then I did finance the rest through Care Credit, and I had 1 year 0% APR with that payment plan. So I'm like, whatever, we'll just do it that way. I could have paid it all up front, but I definitely want to say, if you are planning on doing it and you don't have the funds or you aren't financially ready to take on a big payment like that, I'd say just wait a little bit. Let everything happen when it happens. Don't rush anything. Don't put yourself in debt. I mean, if you want to, that's on you. But my personal advice is just make sure that you're smart about your money and make sure that you have the money and then some to go forward with a surgery like this. So after the consultation, I left the consultation feeling so ready to do this. I think about a day later, after checking my schedule, I called them back to book the actual day of the surgery. Oh, and this is what I wanted to mention. So you're probably wondering where I got the surgery. So Balava Med Spa also has a surgical center within their facility. He also said you had the option of doing the surgery at a hospital, which would cost more money. And with COVID, I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. So I ended up deciding that my surgery will be at Balava Med Spa. Everything in that whole total that I mentioned before was all included in that price. Like I said, I got lucky meeting one person, one doctor, and making him my surgeon to do my procedure. If you get a weird vibe or you want other options, please, please, please do different consultations with numerous doctors that meet your qualifications. Don't feel like you have to pick one and feel like you're rushing it. So prepping for the surgery, I had to sign papers, of course. They gave me a list of things that I would need. Just made sure that I was prepared on that aspect, made sure I had a neck pillow, a bed pillow that could help elevate me. I had my prescription medicine picked up at the pharmacy, my Percocets, my muscle relaxer, my antibiotic, and my nausea medicine for after the surgery. Prior to the surgery, I also got on blood work, which they want you to do. And I also had the COVID test. I was nervous because I've seen videos of people like shoving that thing up into your brain. But thankfully they're like, it's your lucky day. We're not doing it the whole way like up here. We're just gonna take the swab and like right about here. 15 seconds each nostril. And it did make my eyes water, but it was so much more comfortable. Also for the preparation of the surgery, I was watching so many videos of people's experiences. Another question that I got was, have I thought about the breast implant illness? I did look into it and it is on my mind when I was going through the whole process and even now. So I am well aware that, you know, there are some complications when it comes to a foreign object going into your body, and it is the risk that I did decide to take. I just want to say I am feeling okay. It makes me sad that people had that experience. Also, before surgery, I really just started detoxing, drinking lots of water, not eating unhealthy prior to my surgery. So the day of my surgery, I had to be there by 6:30. It was definitely a long drive. We left the house, I think, at 4. I wore a zip up, I think it was like from Victoria's Secret, a zip up jacket. I wore sweatpants and flip-flops. Something easy to slip on and off. Drove up to Bedford Hills from Freehold. They invited us in, checked our temperature, put me in a room so I could change. I just loved that there was literally 6 of us total in the whole facility that early in the morning, all focused on one surgery. I was the only surgery that day, and it was such a relief to me knowing that there was not chaos going around. It was quiet and relaxing. I met with Dr. Kim prior. He took his Sharpie and did all that markings. We confirmed once more what we were doing. So I said high profile 595 cc's under the breast fold for the insertion of the implant, and then under the muscle where the placement of the implant's going to be. So I'm like laying there in the surgery room. They're prepping and and I could feel myself like they gave me the IV and then started giving me whatever. You're about to fall asleep. When you wake up, you will be in the other room. You're going to actually get up and walk from the surgery table over to the other room. We're going to get you dressed and then try and wake you up and get you out of here. And I was like, oh my God. Like waking up from the surgery and you guys are going to have me walk. I remember the anesthesiologist came over and was like, all right, Amber, what was your favorite vacation spot that you've been to recently? And I was like, oh, here we go. They start talking, you start responding, and then if you haven't been under anesthesia, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. But if you have, you know, before surgery, they like small talk you and then like you don't remember, you wake up. I don't remember walking whatsoever. I thought it was the funniest thing. And I remember waking up so tired. I was like forcing myself to open my eyes. I finally got home. And I was just tired. I was hungry. I was tired. I just wanted to relax. I remember seeing that I had a post-op compression bra on, and I was like, oh, they didn't wrap me up here. They literally just put the bra on. Usually they put a wrap here to help push down the implants, but they didn't do that with me. But my implants weren't super high to begin with. Like a lot of people are really swollen, but I guess my swelling wasn't too bad. Immediately when I got home, it just felt like thousands of bricks on my chest. And people were asking me, the other question was, what is your pain, or how was your pain through all of that? The pain wasn't like a pain where I break my arm. It was more of a discomfort, soreness. That's what I'm relating my pain level to in this video. I would say the first 3 days of my recovery, for me, it was a solid 6.5, 7, but that was just discomfort. I didn't feel any pain from the incisions underneath. It just felt tight, sore. But other than that, no other type of pain. I just felt very heavy on the chest. And also my sleeping arrangements, I highly recommend, if you have a recliner, just sleep in a recliner. It's so much easier. You're always going to be elevated. I had like a back pillow that elevated me, and I had other pillows too in my mom's bed, but still I was just not comfortable. It wasn't consistent. So I think that also caused me discomfort. I'm a belly and side sleeper. Having to sleep elevated on my back for that amount of time, I think it took me a good month until I stopped sleeping on my back, but now I'm sleeping on my side. But it was tough. I won't lie, it was very tough. Now I did mention earlier, I did get the implant under the muscle. The recovery process is a little bit longer. So recovery, they say, is about 3 to 6 months up to a year fully. Doesn't mean that you can't go do things. Definitely the first week, they said, do not pick up anything heavy, but definitely walk around, get that blood flow going. When I hit the end of the first week of the recovery, it was a little bit easier to get around. So 1 week after my surgery, and this also goes in with the recovery part, I met with Dr. Kim. He checked the incisions where he put the implant in, made sure everything was fine, and everything was great. He gave me further instructions on how to massage my breast. He didn't want me massaging downward so much, more so inward, since my boobs were dropping so quick. That was the last time I saw him. Follow-ups we did on FaceTime. Everything has been great. I'm just focusing on the whole scarring. So people ask me, what do you use for scarring? He recommended for now to use silicone bandage strips. He said to use that for about a month. I think I'm going to do it for about 1.5 to 2 months. The other question was, do I wish I would have gone bigger? I wish I would have did the 600, but I'm very satisfied in my 595. I'm going to do a whole separate video on bras that I'm wearing. I did film a Skims bra try on. That video is coming, and once that video is out, I'll leave a link in the description box below. Oh, someone said, does it hurt to run, and can you feel the silicone moving when you exercise? So I really don't exercise, but he did tell me 1 week post-op that I could do lower body light exercises. This is a great question. So what did it feel like after compared to natural boobs? Were they heavy? I don't know how to explain it. I didn't feel like heavy. My back's not hurting. They literally feel like they're a part of my body. How they feel right now, they're still a little firm because they're still, everything's trying to stretch. It definitely more movement because the first week, bitch, I could not. They are becoming much more softer. I don't feel the implant. That's pretty much everything. So I think I'll do a follow-up 2 months post-op, maybe 3 months. This video is more around 1 month after having surgery, so just keep that in mind. So yes, I will come back and do another video for you guys. Oh, I did want to mention, I forgot to mention this, but I don't know my current size. I have yet to actually get measured. My Skims video kind of explained the size bras that I've been picking from small, medium, large. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any more questions, comment in the comment section below and I definitely will answer them for you guys. Overall, thank you Dr. Kim, thank you Balaba Med Spa and all his staff for making my experience a memorable one, and I'm super happy with my results. Once again, make sure you guys are subscribed and like this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.